Alrighty guys, back here with another video. Right now, I'm down here in the basement and I've got the blue car sitting here. I put that other seat in it because we took it to this guy that my dad knows to switch everything. And everything from my drag car, the whole front end from my drag car, the black car, the hatchback. I'll show you it here in a minute. But the whole front end from it is now on this, including the wheels, and the whole rear end is on this car right here, including the wheels. And the guy took the motor and transmission out because the transmission from the black car we're sending it off to get built. We're putting it in here with the same motor that this car had in it. I think I've talked a little bit about this, what we're doing, but and then I've got a hood that I was putting on the black car, and now I'm going to put it on this car. And this hood right here is probably going to go on the green coupe. The motor from the black car and the straight drive that was in the green coupe, it's actually sitting outside. I cleaned it off and I'm painting it, and that transmission is going on the motor from the black car, and then the motor and transmission is going back into the green car. So, and then I'm actually getting one of them lowered bumper things. Yeah, one of the lower bumpers. I'm gonna get new headlights for it. And then when my dad paints the bumper, when I get a new bumper, I'm gonna get my dad to paint it. Then when he paints that, I'll get him to paint that black hood. See all the suspension from the black cars on here. The door panels that I was putting on the black car, they're going to go in here. I got to take that seat out before I race this car. I just took the radiator out. We're just gonna take everything out from under here and scuff it up a little and repaint it black so it'll look a little bit better, because it's all chipped up and everything. So gotta do that, and then put the motor and transmission back in, and then get it running and driving, and then go race it. It's actually on slicks now. It was on radials, and it wasn't hooking at all, so hopefully now it'll hook. So let's go out here to the transmission. This is the straight drive. That is the shifter that actually came off of the blue car. So yeah, that's the shifter that came off that car. So, and I put it on that transmission. I just cleaned it up and put that on there. So this transmission right here is going into the green coupe. And here is my old drag car. Yeah, here's my old drag car. So the front end from that car in there, the front end from that car is on this car, including the wheels, and then the rear end from the blue car is on this. And open it up. There ain't no switch panel. The switch panel that was in this car that that we bought for this, we're putting it in the blue car, and we're selling this car as just a roller. And the seats that was in this car is now in the green coupe, and I just put them in there for now. I'm gonna buy new seats for it, but I don't want to buy new seats for it right now because the seats that I'm getting is $800, and I don't feel like spending $800 on a pair of seats. And they ain't no drag racing seat because I ain't putting that car, the green coupe, it's gonna be a street car. It's just gonna be a drive around car, a street car, and then later on, here in a few, here in a year or two, maybe probably not that long, but here in a little while, we're going to put the green coupe in the shop, paint it, and put a Coyote motor in it, and put another 5-speed in it. So we're going to do a Coyote swap on it, and then paint it and do all that and make it nice. And then that is going to be my nice drive around car when I turn 16. So when I turn 16, I can, drive that car. And then Dad, he's also buying me a truck, so I'll have them two things to switch off, which will be nice. So when I get a nice truck, I ain't going, when I get a nice truck and I'm driving to school and work and all that, when I'm driving places, I don't have to put, stupid miles on my truck. So I can drive, and I can drive my truck some days, and I can drive that car some days. So here's this. Most of the stuff that was on the blue car, it was stock, and that's the main reason we switched everything. And plus, them wheels looked good, and this up here is Ford pattern, and this back here is Chevrolet pattern. So I don't know why somebody would do that. So them wheels, all this stuff was on the blue car in there. And I don't know why somebody would do that. He put Ford pattern in the front and Chevrolet pattern in the back. That's kind of stupid. So that's Ford wheels, or that's Ford pattern wheels, and this back here is Chevrolet pattern wheels. It's kind of stupid, but I actually don't have the green car here right now. We just brought that car back to the house so we could scuff the engine bay up and paint it. We'll probably, I don't know, I don't know if we're probably honestly just going to can paint I don't know what my dad's wanting to do. He'll probably just, I don't know if we're going to rattle can it, which is spray paint the engine bay, or if he's going to do it, a good job on it. And he'll probably do a good job on it, knowing him, because he's done, he's worked on cars, done body work on cars his whole life, so he's probably going to want it to look good. So I'm sure he'll get a gun and do it. But I don't know. I mean, if it was me, I would probably just rattle can it, which is spray paint. I would probably just do that, because that would be a whole lot easier and a whole lot quicker. Because I'm ready to get on because the track, it's probably getting pretty close to closing, and I want to race that car a couple times. And I want to race that car a couple times before the track closes. So hopefully I'll get to race it. But when the track closes, y'all are probably going to start seeing a ton of videos on this car, because I'm about to, when the track closes and everything, I'm going to start doing a bunch of stuff to this car. I'm putting a new bumper on it, new headlights, new tail lights. In the interior, I'm doing one new seat. I'm taking that seat out over there. putting one new one new good seat in it, a fiberglass dash, a steering wheel slash steering column, a digital gauge cluster, a rear seat delete, and this thing is still got this stock gas tank in it, because the guy that had this before us, he drove this car on the road. So he didn't drive it hardly any, but he drove it on the road some, so he left the stock gas tank in it. So I'm going to take it out and put a aluminum fuel cell in it. That goes in the trunk, and when I do the fuel cell, I'm probably gonna go on and cut the whole trunk out and redo the whole trunk in aluminum or whatever. And then we're thinking about repainting it. I'm most likely going to repaint the car. I might not, but I'm probably going to. And if I do repaint it, I'm going to tube the front end. So I'm gonna cut all that stuff out and tube it. I'm gonna do it just like the black car. I'll come out here and show y'all what it looks like, so you can get a visual of what it'll look like. It'll look a whole lot better than this, but this is what I mean. We'll cut it and we'll tube the whole front end, and that takes a ton of weight out. And if I putting a fiberglass bumper on it, that'll lose weight. Tubing the front end, that'll lose weight. Cutting the trunk out, that'll lose weight. Putting a fuel cell in, that'll lose weight, because I'm taking the stock fuel cell out and I'm taking the stock gas tank out and putting a little fuel cell in it, so that'll lose weight. So putting a fiberglass dash in it, that's losing weight. Putting this new seat I'm getting, that's losing weight. Steering wheel and steering column, that's losing weight. A digital gauge cluster, that's probably losing weight too, compared to the stock one. So I'm going to be losing a bunch of weight on this car, and I'm going to make it as light as possible. Yeah, I could, put fiberglass doors on it and a whole fiberglass front end. I could put fiberglass fenders on it too, like where the fenders and the bumper come off at once. I could do that, but I ain't doing that. I want most of the car, I want the car that right there. I want the car steel. I don't want the, whole car fiberglass. And I could do a fiberglass back hat, or the fiberglass trunk lid, but I ain't going to. So that's about it. I'm going to end the video off here. It's getting pretty long, so I'm going to end the video here. The next video y'all will hopefully see is me racing this car. So hopefully, fingers crossed, that the next video y'all will see will be me racing this car at the drag strip. Hopefully we get it done quick enough to get it to the track and for me to race it. So I'm going to end the video off here, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace.